Heyo and hello everybody, it's me, your weird Uncle Lee, and yesterday I went down through memory lane and I ended up finding this old mini comic that I made when I was like 15 or 16 years old, like a couple years ago, and I decided to remake this entire book new and improved, and that is exactly what I did right over here. So, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make your own mini comic from start to finish. So, enough of me talking, let's get drawing. First thing you're gonna need is some paper, primarily printer paper, but any paper can work. And now that we've officially acquired paper, and my brother, who has paper as well, he's going to be joining along with us on our endeavors of making one of these little bad boys right here. Go. This is super easy. All right, starters, we're folding hamburger style.
By the way, we used to do origami when we were kids.
In the 5th grade, I was known as the origami master. So then we're going to take this side over here, and we're gonna fold it into the middle right over here. So
fold against the crease.
Yes, fold against the crease.
And if you hear any noise, that's my daughter, Sayla.
My niece, who is the cutest little potato in the entire world. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
She currently has a flute in her hand.
She has a weapon, and she is dangerous.
Okay.
Anyways.
And then flip it over. It looks like he's flipping it over and then doing the other side.
And you're gonna do the same exact thing right over here. There you go.
Okay.
So you should have essentially either a W or a letter M, doesn't matter. Fold it from here with the little mountain going up, and you want to fold that hot dog style going down.
Down. Okay, got it.
And then of course you want to fold it along the crease right there until you see on the paper there should be 8 little segments right here. So now we're gonna fold it again back hamburger style with the crease side up from hot dog to hamburger.
Hot dog to hamburger like this.
Perfect. There should be like a little cross when you folded it. Now this is a part where you can use scissors, or we're gonna do the more precise method here of ripping it like origami masters, like we are. And we're just gonna tear a little into that.
Oh, so it's ripping both sides.
Kind of, yeah.
All right, so you see what I just did, guys? Tore it right in the middle.
Logically, your paper should look like this with the hole in the middle. So of course now you want to fold it hot dog style.
Hot dog style with the hole at the top.
Almost like squishing it in, making it like a little cross.
How do I know what's the front and what's the back?
That's for you to decide.
I'm gonna take this,
put it together like this, and then from there, and there you go. You know,
no staples or tape needed.
6 interior pages and 2 exterior pages. And that's how you make a mini comic. Now that we've finished the book, let's actually draw in the book. Now let's take this and let's go ultra with it. Go! Right, so this is designing Captain Crusader. The design wasn't really that hard because I was just trying to stay true to the original intentional design of it. But the hard part was actually the colors, because at first he ends up looking like an X-Men character with the blue and yellow. But over time, I was playing around with other color concepts to see which one works. So I decided to just keep him with the tried and true blue hero that he is, the Captain Crusader. And that's more or less his entire design. And that's what ended up being finalized. Now, of course, like every good hero, they need to have a villain. And of course, Dr. Nasty was a very fun design to create because I was inspired by Megamind with his big head, his different color skin, and of course, a typical evil scientific lab coat with the black gloves and the boots and everything. And he was overall a fun character to design, and his robot had to be very simple, yet effective. And I honestly think this was a very effective design to showcase the villain of Dr. Nasty. And once all was said and done, we compiled everything together. So we started off by the cover, which was good and decent. And from there, I ended up using a bit of a cheat skill because I made a pack of like building brushes that were kind of like stamps. So I was able to create the buildings with ease. And honestly, it was a lot of fun. And from there, I started to sketch out the entirety of the book page by page. And again, because I made this book beforehand, it wasn't really that hard to actually, draw this book. Now, I will say, there were some major differences, obviously, in how I drew the first book into, redesigning the second one. The second book definitely has a lot more detail, a lot more, dynamic action into it in comparison to the first book. So I decided to make this as dynamic as I possibly could, and I think I pulled it off very well in this little endeavor of mine. So, of course, now, after sketching everything, we're now doing the line art layers. We're trying to make sure that the line art is looking clean, crisp, and easy to understand, which is very important because this is, after all, a folded piece of paper that's, very, very small. And once all the line art is done, we now go to coloring, and coloring, again, was just super simple, nothing too complicated. I colored all the characters first, then the backgrounds, and then once that was all said and done, the book was basically completed from that point on, giving you the final result, which is everything you see here. And here we are, the final result of Captain Crusader. Now let's just take a quick gander inside. Look at those colors popping out.
All right, that's pages 1 and 2. Now we're on 3 and 4, the action scene. It's pretty intensive stuff there. Now we're gonna get on to the last 2 pages, which is 5 and 6. Look at that. And then, of course, at the very back, I ended up going on a maze generator app or a website or something like that, and I ended up putting a maze in the back here just for funsies, because, I mean, we all love a little mini game here and there. But there you go. That is the completed Captain Crusader remake. So it went looking like this with, you know, all the old drawing of way back then. Like, look at that. That is some old art in comparison to what I got now. So, I mean, this is a ton of fun to do. This was just a blast making this entire thing.
I enjoyed this so much, I actually might want to make this an entire series called Mini Comic Monday, where I will be making a mini comic of a random wacky superhero. And if you guys want to join in on the fun, of course, like, subscribe, and of course, hit the notification bell for the next time I make a wacky superhero into a mini comic. And speaking of mini comics, if you find it interesting that you want to make one of these yourselves, just let me know if you should want the template for, you know, the mini comic format, so that way you can make these things at home yourself. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna end the video here. So to my fellow artists and weirdos out there, stay awesome, stay weird, and always keep life to the easiest. And of course, always remember that art inspires all, but you inspire more. All right, guys, keep it easy. But until then, stay ultra.